On behalf of Gfiles, I take this opportunity to welcome रास्ते में जब मैं आ रहा था तो मंत्री महोदय से पूछ रहा था कि इस कार्यक्रम की कार्रवाई अंग्रेजी में शुरू की जाए या हिंदी में। तो मंत्री महोदय ने कहा थोड़ा सा मिक्स करेंगे तो ज़्यादा अच्छा लगेगा, तो इस मिक्सर से काम चलाएंगे। और ये अवार्ड जा रहा है बहुत ही यंग ऑफिसर अंशुल मिश्रा जी को।
Anshul Mishra, IAS, Excellent Contribution Award for setting up an effective, innovative, multi-mode grievance redressal mechanism and cracking down on illegal mining, saving the state losses worth several thousand crore rupees.
There are two issues which were mentioned here where we could achieve great success in terms of the impact the interventions made. We tried to develop a multimodal grievance redressal system, and among those, this Facebook initiative was very, very popular. And as soon as we launched it, we started getting a lot of complaints, apart from various comments and suggestions. And since the software is very good, we immediately used to respond. And then we had people in the back office to follow up those complaints. So the disposal was very good, and we could take the issue to the end, to its logical end. So it became very, very popular because everybody in the villages also started sending the complaints on the Facebook, thinking that it will be solved immediately because district collector directly looks into that and he tries to solve it. So that was one. Regarding the second one, which is about granite mining in Madurai, Madurai Melur area is very famous for a very good quality granite. It is famous world over. And there was a big scam going on for many years, maybe 10 to 15 years, and it was just neglected because of various reasons. It so happened that a previous report of my predecessor was leaked in the media. So the issue, it fell in my lap, and I did not waste even a single day, and we formed various teams and we went to the area where previously nobody has visited. So it's a huge three-village. It consists of 3 villages, hundreds of hectares, where the mining takes place. And the mafia was so strongly entrenched there that nobody used to visit there and nobody used to take any action. So much so that one whole taluka, all the employees there were on the rolls of that mafia. So we started taking action, and we not only from the revenue side, but the criminal action also was initiated, and we filed around 50 FIRs and arrested more than 100 people, and the cases are going on. And we could measure all the quarries, and we could come out with a value of around 9,000 to 10,000 crores, which was looted from those mines. So thank you for this award, and I'm sure that I'll be definitely more and more encouraged and try to do better in my life. And there are officers who really do good work in the field. We need to go and find them, and it will definitely encourage them. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Shri Amulya Patnaik. He is an IPS officer from Agmut cadre.
Amulya Kumar Patnaik, IPS, Excellent Contribution Award, for successfully improving crime investigation and initiating a support program for victims of traumatic crimes.
Well, I owe this award to the Delhi Police, of which I am a humble member. And let me use this occasion to tell you that I am proud of being a part of the Delhi Police. It's possibly a police force which handles the most difficult challenges in the country. Well, sometimes it's misunderstood, but let me tell you the kind of service the ranks of Delhi Police render on a day-to-day basis, it has no parallel. I owe this award to the many commissioners of police who guided me, mentored me in my formative years as DCP way back in the 90s. It is a project called Pratidhi, which in Sanskrit it means hope. It is a unique program in the sense the victims are selected and they are taken up for a holistic kind of assistance. It's not that you pick up a victim, then give some monetary compensation or something. That of course has been going on in many places. But this is the program in which the victim is taken up. It's given a holistic assistance program that includes counseling support, medical assistance, legal aid, educational assistance, and if the victim is from a very poor section, then subsistence allowance, and finally a kind of vocational or economic rehabilitation. I would like to thank once again the Gfiles for kindly considering me for this award. Thank you very much.
And I am inviting now the Shri Rakesh Kumar Gupta from Jammu Kashmir, IAS Officer, Excellent Contribution Award.
Rakesh Kumar Gupta, IAS, Excellent Contribution Award, for implementing path-breaking reforms in the UPSC examinations by IT enabling of the entire examination process and implementing reforms in the civil services examinations.
देखिए, हमारा जो फ़र्ज़ है वो निष्काम भाव से काम करना है और हमारी कोशिश रहती है कि जो भी हम करें उसका अल्टीमेट बेनिफिट कुछ ना कुछ रहे लोगों के पास। जहाँ तक यूपीएससी का ताल्लुक़ है, यूनियन पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन का, वहाँ पे जो हमने काम किया, मुझे याद है पहले दिन जब हमने ज्वाइन किया था उसी दिन हमारे यहाँ क्राइसिस था। 5.5 लाख एप्लीकेशन आ गई थी पेपर पे और उसको हैंडल करना बहुत मुश्किल हो गया था। एक ही दिन में 1 लाख एप्लीकेशन आई और पूरा हॉल जो है एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म से भर गया। उनको निकाल के छांटना, खोलना, इट इज़ गिवन नाइट में। मैं तो तब नए आया था, पहला दिन था मेरा यूपीएससी में, और उस वक्त में एग्ज़ामिनेशन का कंट्रोलर भी नहीं था, किसी और के पास चार्ज था। तो मैं खुद इंजीनियर हूँ और आईटी में काम किया हुआ है, तो मैंने कहा ये तो बहुत इतना मुश्किल नहीं होना चाहिए इसको कंप्यूटराइज करना और ये जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं हमारी हल करना। मगर जब हमने काम करना शुरू किया तो रियलाइज़ की टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम है स्टेट कैपेसिटी की, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग की, जो लोग काम करेंगे, और वो बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होता है हमेशा। और चेंज करना ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की वे ऑफ थिंकिंग, वर्किंग। यूपीएससी एक बहुत ही रिस्पेक्टेड, बहुत ही कंजर्वेटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। It is one of the most well-known organizations known for its proper way of working in the organization, and that is why पिछले 80 साल से काम कर रही थी, उसमें changes लाने भी उतना ही मुश्किल हो जाते हैं और सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज यही होता है कि इस डर को कैसे दूर किया जाए. बट स्टिल मुझे लगता है कि जैसे जैसे टाइम बदल रहा है, हमारे यहाँ चेंजेस भी बहुत जल्दी जल्दी आ रहे हैं और गवर्नमेंट भी चाहती है कि बहुत जल्दी और तुरंत चेंजेस हों. तो आई थिंक फॉर द एंटायर ब्यूरोक्रेसी आज के लिए बड़ा चैलेंज है. हमें अपने सिस्टम को चेंज करने में बगैर डर के साहस से काम करना पड़ेगा. यही मैं कहना चाहूँगा. और जी फाइल्स का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि उन्होंने मुझे मौका दिया. आई एम सो थैंकफुल. थैंक यू सो मच.
अभी जो चौथा अवार्ड हम लेकर के आ रहे हैं आपके सामने, वो महाराष्ट्र से लेकर के आ रहे हैं. जब हम लोग सेलेक्ट कर रहे थे तो हमने ज्यूरी से रिक्वेस्ट किया कि हमारा पब्लिकेशन दिल्ली से होता है तो दिल्ली से भी एक आधे अफसर को चुनना चाहिए. तो उन्होंने कहा अवार्ड स्थान को नहीं दे रहे हैं, कॉम्पिटेंस को दे रहे हैं. वी आर नॉट सेलेक्टिंग द प्लेस, वी आर सेलेक्टिंग द कॉम्पिटेंस एंड द हार्ड वर्किंगनेस ऑफ द अवॉर्डीज. अभी मैं बुला रहा हूँ पीके देशमुख साहब को.
पीके देशमुख, IAS, Excellent Contribution Award for successfully contributing towards agricultural development and e-governance for crop pest surveillance.
When I was working as Agriculture Commissioner, Government of Maharashtra, there was outbreak of Spodoptera disease, armyworm. Entire 14 lakh hectare area was totally destroyed. It was severe damage. Damage was to the tune of 1400 crore rupees, and government was required to pay 450 crore rupees as assistance to farmer. There was no system for scientific surveillance of the pest. National Center for Integrated Pest Management, Delhi, the Soybean Research Institute, Indore, and number of other agriculture university for my state. The team was constituted. I was the chairman of the team. We formulated one program for scientific surveillance of the pest, monitoring of the pest, which was put in place in 2008. I must mention here that I was touring the district where there was a great loss. I visited one village where one lady, widow lady, came to me. Her eyes were full of tears. She was not able to say anything. So I asked other person standing nearby her. He told me that the lady has 3 daughters. She has taken about 25,000 rupees loan from the money lender. An entire crop has been devastated. As Agriculture Commissioner, I was not able to answer that why I could not save her crop. So we put in the entire program. So now we are monitoring the surveillance of pest on the real-time basis. Every 3 days, we are collecting the data, putting in software for identification of the pest status, whether it is above economical threshold level or below. And we are taking the campaign to see that the pest attack is below economical threshold level. Now, the government of Maharashtra, we are covering about major crops, that is soybean, cotton, tur, gram, paddy. It is covering about 110 lakh hectare, and we are required to pay rupees 6 to 7 rupees per hectare to protect these crops. And 1,000 of the crore, which was the loss, now we are able to save this. It was a team effort. Actually, I want to mention here that I'm sure now I can say with the confidence to that widow lady that yes, I can save your crop. Now I'm working as a Secretary Water Conservation Department. We have formulated one program which is called as a Jalyukta Shivar Abhiyan, where we have selected about 6,000 most scarcity affected villages. My Chief Minister has taken this program as a flagship program of Government of Maharashtra. We have selected the village, we have prepared the water budget of the village, how much is water required for drinking, for animals, for cropping pattern, and accordingly we are planning to make that village scarcity free. So program has been launched in last January. As on today, we have completed about 1,25,000 various works in the villages, and out of 1,500 crore that has been spent, 250 crore is a people's contribution. Lot of works that is being undertaken, and we are sure that with this program, we'll be able to make the villages the water sufficient and scarcity free. I thank the Gfile editor, Mr. Anil Tyagi, and all the jury members for selecting me for this prestigious award. Thank you very much.
And I will now call again the one awardee from Maharashtra, the famous woman police officer, Meeran Chadha Borwankar.
Meeran Chadha Borwankar, IPS, Excellent Achievement Award for playing an instrumental role in wiping out the underworld from Mumbai and unearthing some of the most infamous scandals in the history of Maharashtra police.
Whatever I have achieved in my career, it's entirely due to the teamwork and to the men and women of Maharashtra Police, which have always encouraged me and formed part of my effective team. The media in Maharashtra and the citizens, public of Maharashtra always supported me. I would also like to thank my family, my sister Anita Kapoor, who is sitting here today, who set very high standards. She is currently the chairperson of CBDT. My father, who was very ambitious, and mother, who is a very strict disciplinary person. And in 1970s, when everyone would advise to marry the daughters off, my parents decided to invest in our education. आज जब हम बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ का स्लोगन लगाते हैं, नारा लगाते हैं, my parents thought of it in 1970s. So we are where we are entirely due to our family, good wishes of the citizens, and with me, Maharashtra Police. Thank you.
Dr. S. Vijaya Kumar.
Dr. S. Vijay Kumar, IAS, Exceptional Contribution Award for successful contributions towards empowering persons with disabilities through participative inclusion in the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme.
Basically, the Narendra scheme provides 100 days of labor to the people who demand for it in the villages. But in spite of providing labor, we really miss out on the disabled, especially the blind, the physically disabled, the mentally challenged people
who are many in number, in the living in the poor, living in the villages, and they are very secluded and a discriminated group. So we initiated a special schedule of rates for the first time in the country for these people. For the first time in this first time in the country, and that's based on the schedule of rates. The wages were given to these people. We had brought nearly 12,524 panchayat presidents and the councillors of each and every panchayat, nearly 385 panchayat unions headed by the chairman and its councillors, nearly 31 rural districts of Tamil Nadu, the district collectors, the rural development missionary, and it was a very mammoth task in bringing everybody together, creating awareness, capacity building. And I'm proud, today morning just checked up with my old people, the Commissioner of Rural Development Panchayat Raj. They said that nearly 137, right from 2011-12, 137 lakh man days have been of work has been provided to these people, and nearly 3,29,000 disabled people living in the villages of Tamil Nadu have been benefited, and nearly 208 crores of rupees have been given to them as labor, which makes them very, very special in their household, secluded people, and very importantly, a bank account has been opened in name of all these disabled people. Though the Persons with Disabilities Act doesn't provide for opening a bank account for the mentally challenged people, but this scheme had provided that, and as rightly pointed out, this was taken up by the Government of India. The Act was amended, and not only the Government of India Act did not amend and provide not only for disabled people, but it said special schedule of rates should be provided for the women as well. Thanks for the award. Thank you.
इस अवार्ड से अवार्ड उससे एक बात पता चलती है कि सरकार कहाँ कहाँ तक और किस किस जगह काम करती है। अजय सिंघल साहब हैं, जब मैंने इनको सूचना दी कि आपको अवार्ड मिल रहा है तो इनको यकीन नहीं आया। उन्होंने कहा कि आपने हमको कैसे खोजा। इंडियन रेडियो और रेगुलेटरी सर्विस है जो सैटेलाइट मॉनिटरिंग का काम करती है, और अजय सिंघल जी की साइट से पता चलेगा कितना एक्सेप्शनल काम किया है और कितना बढ़िया काम किया है।
Ajay Singhal, IRRS, Exceptional Contribution Award for successfully overseeing the initiative on spectrum monitoring and license administration, ensuring violation-free usage of satellite spectrum in India.
This award is being presented, as it is already told, for the field of satellite spectrum monitoring, the ultimate goal of which is to ensure violation-free usage of satellite spectrum. As we all know, natural resources are precious and limited. Every country has natural resources, so do our country has. But these resources are required to be monitored for ensuring the best utilization in the interest of the public. Satellite spectrum is also one such resource. Our initiative was focused on its credibility that the violation-free usage of satellite spectrum can be ensured. Within few months of the implementation, as much as 1,769 megahertz of spectrum has been made free from violation. The satellite monitoring facility which I got when I posted there in Jalna was in miserable condition. But after the implementation of initiative, the facility was not only revived, but its capability has also enhanced from 500 megahertz per orbit to 3,300 megahertz per orbit. That is more than 6 times in just 1.5 years of time. The important feature of this mission was the unification of licensing authority with monitoring agency. The joint exercise of WPC wing and monitoring agency has resulted in unprecedented transparency to our initiative, which was never there earlier. The whole initiative was implemented within extremely limited financial resources, and I am very sure that in the years to come, this initiative can be a benchmark for further spectrum monitoring assignments. Before leaving the lectern, I must confess that this award has boosted my confidence a lot, as well as the morale of my team. This is just a beginning. A lot more is yet to be done. I'm extremely thankful to the jury members for recognizing the efforts made in the field of satellite spectrum monitoring, and to the Gfiles group for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to be here. For the civil servants who are younger than me and yet to come, my message is try to reach for perfection. We will definitely land in excellence one day. Thanks to all. Jai Hind.
अभी मैं जो नेक्स्ट अवॉर्डी है वो कर्नाटक से बुला रहा हूँ और उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा काम किया है, जो कि ख़ास तौर से पानी पे आप देखेंगे खुद कि किस तरह से पानी की किल्लत से पूरा देश जूझ रहा है। बुला रहा हूँ मैं आर.एस. नायक साहब को। आर.एस. नायक साहब।
R.S. Nayak, Engineer, Exceptional Contribution Award for outstanding contributions in developing and improving civic amenities, serving to provide an exemplary model on sustainable groundwater utilization for the nation as a whole.
The surface water supply system was completely empty. So because of rains delayed during that season, so we had to go for the alternate source of water. So we consulted our senior citizens who reminded us of Mahatma Gandhi's economic policy that use local resources for the local needs. So they showed us the open wells which they depended earlier and which were almost closed after the pipeline system came into existence. So we started rejuvenating all the open wells one by one with the assistance of social organizations like Rotary Club, Lions Club and private entrepreneurs also. So this is a scheme which has involved the community in a major this thing. There is a phrase called as sine qua non, without which nothing. So this community involvement was, without community we could not have achieved any success in this project. So because of the community, 100% involvement of the community, we were able to regenerate around 32 big open wells and around 45 small open wells in Belgaum city. So the cost of production of water from these sources is only 75 paisa per kiloliter when you compare to surface water supply system cost of 12 rupees 50 paisa per kiloliter. Even the energy cost involved per kiloliter from the surface supply system is around 6 rupees 56 paisa per kiloliter, whereas from this source it is only hardly 5 HP pump which is pumping the water, and it is hardly 35 paisa per kiloliter. So we are saving the energy also, we are saving the transportation cost also. So this has helped to supply water to almost 1/3 of the population. It is augmenting the surface water supply. Now Belgaum has implemented 24 bar, we are the first in the country to implement 24/7 in 10 watts as a pilot project. But now we are extending it to all the 58 watts in our city. But the demand of the citizens is that we should maintain these old historical and perennial wells which have supported in our crisis. So Belgaum people have realized that this maintenance of underground water table clean and also pass it on to the next generation is very important. So I would like to thank Gfiles for recognizing this small effort. Thank you.
Now the next award for exceptional contribution award goes to Ladakh region. An IFS officer from the state, I am announcing the name of Jigmet Takpa.
Jigmet Takpa, IFS, Exceptional Contribution Award for successfully implementing biodiversity conservation and sustainable livelihood improvement programs in the Ladakh region.
Most of the time in governmental setup, you are not much recognized. Though I have been recognized many times, but most of the time you are not recognized because it is thought that, oh, you are a government officer, it is your duty. If you have done your duty, why you should be appreciated for that? You know. So most of the time, even your work, most of the time it is carried away or projected by the other organization, and most of the time the government officer doesn't get the things due to him. So Governance Award by Gfiles is a real platform to project and appreciate the works of government department, government officers. It is really a big contribution. So I really thank the Gfiles for this award. And rest of the things that it has been, I think, overstated in my citation. I was very lucky to be posted in Ladakh almost for now 18, 19 years. And it has been my blessing from my senior officer and appreciation for my work and support. And one of my officers who got today's Governance Award, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Gupta, he has done excellent work, and they have been very supportive for the work. And nature has kept Ladakh very high, dry and cold. So in that condition, working in Ladakh is extremely difficult. And to have a biodiversity conservation in that area where the resources are so scarce, and the competition between the human being and wildlife and the other competitors are so high, therefore the conservation becomes extremely difficult. So in Ladakh, we have come up with something different approach altogether, like landscape level model, giving alternate livelihood to the people in Ladakh, like ecotourism, handicraft, handloom, and rural development. At the same time, I'm an engineer by profession, and I have used the renewable energy as a tool for conservation. So using the multi-pronged strategy for the conservation has shown up result after, say, 1.5 decades. And today, Ladakh is regarded as one of the best sport to spot snow leopard in wild. And it is regarded as a snow leopard capital of the world. So this result has come up all because of the blessing of everybody and the teamwork. And I thank Gfiles again for this honor, and really are humble, and thank you so much.
अब मैं बुला रहा हूँ कर्नाटक से। कहते हैं कि अच्छे लोग खूबसूरत काम करते हैं, लेकिन कई बार खूबसूरत लोग भी अच्छा काम करते हैं। मैं शालिनी रजनीश को बुला रहा हूँ। शालिनी रजनीश जी,
Dr. Shalini Rajneesh, Exceptional Contribution Award for outstanding contribution towards women's empowerment and developing measures to improve public administration efficiency.
I would just respond to the crisis that Mr. Tyagi mentioned in the beginning of the program. Well, in my case, all the endeavors that have borne fruit have had the unflinching support of the political leadership. Sakala program, which means in-time delivery of citizen services, had the support of the Chief Minister and presently the Law Minister in Government of India. All he said, do whatever you want, but I want my people to feel that my government cares for them, that my government works. That was enough. Rest everything moved on. The second important contribution came from my Employees Association president at the state level. I just asked them one question: are you citizen or employee first? If you are citizen first, then you should do what you want others to do, right, to you. Because tomorrow when you retire, you'll be only citizen and not employee. And that changed the mindset of 6 lakh employees of the state. And today, I have left this program. The figures today are about 90 million people have received time-bound service delivery for 52 departments, 688 services. Today, Sakala is synonymous with Sarkara. And I only hope that the Sarkara, whether it is government of India or government of states, they all deliver citizen services in time and they care for the citizens. As far as policy matter is concerned, I would just like to submit in this forum that we, whether politicians or bureaucrats, we are hardly 2% of the population. The huge potential lies in 98% of the citizens. If only we shed some of our powers willingly and empower the citizens and involve them in so many developmental programs, I'm very sure that our development can happen much, much faster, much more. As Mr. Prabhu said, governance is in need of excellence, and excellence of not just bureaucrats, but excellence of all of us. Thank you so much.
Government is a perpetual institution. people may come and people may go. Now the system which I am talking about the nuclear science. Country cannot wait. Who is the Prime Minister, who is not? Who is the Minister, who is not? But the political decisions are important, and we are fortunate that whosoever has been the Prime Minister, he has been consistent, particularly in the nuclear science programs of this nation. And this last award, which I am going to announce, is going to none other than the great scientist, Anil Kakodkar sir. Give him a big applause.
Dr. Anil Kakodkar, nuclear scientist, Lifetime Achievement Award for distinguished service in the field of nuclear science with massive contribution for the advancement of the science and India's nuclear energy program.
I have been recipients of many awards, but never in my life I dreamt that I would get an award for governance. I have worked in the field of science and technology, research and development. Of course, as secretary of a department, you have to do a bit of governance, but to be recognized by Gfiles, I think is a very distinctive honor, and I thank all the members of jury and Gfiles for this recognition. I don't know whether I deserve that or not, but certainly it makes me very happy. So thank you. When I learned that this Lifetime Achievement Award in the area of governance is being bestowed, my mind went to the early days when I joined atomic energy. And when I joined, I think first couple of years, Dr. Homi Bhabha was still around. And then, of course, I have heard several things from other people about him. And of course, he was a very eminent scientist, internationally recognized. He was, of course, a great institution builder. He was a connoisseur of arts. But one thing which everybody used to recount about him without fail was also that he was one of the excellent science administrator, science manager, and whatever that goes in management of science, I think many people still recall the legacy of Dr. Bhabha. So when I became the chairman Atomic Commission and the secretary in Department of Atomic Energy, of course I had the access of many files where Dr. Bhabha's notings were there. And I used to hear, oh, atomic energy, so special, they have no rules, they break all the rules. Everything what they want, they have access to Prime Minister, so they get done. So I was very curious, so I actually went through a number of notings. And believe me, even on today's criteria about following the rules, Dr. Bhabha did many unconventional things which we cannot imagine can be done. But when you go through the files, you find everything that he has done is in full compliance with the rules and the procedures, no exception. And I can say this with a great degree of confidence. So I was trying to figure out what is that secret. And one thing that I learned was his ability to do management by objective. And in fact, some of the older colleagues did tell me that he used to say that, well, of course, decisions would be collective, you build consensus. And he says this is to be done. And if somebody says, no, this does not fit within the rules, then he would say, find a rule according to which this can be done. And I learned that in Government of India, there are so many rules, and there are layers of rules and a maze of rules. So you can always find a rule according to which this can be done. So today, I think we heard several examples of some excellent work, some exceptional performances, and it's, I think, very nice, very appropriate on part of Gfiles to have recognized that work. And it only goes to prove that, when they say when there is a will, there is a way. So it's very easy to say why something cannot be done. And that's the larger part. But I think it requires people with excellence in governance who can find out and say why certain thing that is required to be done can be done. And I think I would like to add my words of compliments to all those whom we have recognized today, but this is what they have done. I know it's too late, this is not the time, but I'll just take one more minute with permission of Mr. Tyagi. I have spent a whole lifetime in the field of atomic energy. Early part of my career when I joined, of course, objective was to do research and development, develop technology. And the mantra for us was self-reliance. That was not the time when there was embargo. Embargo came after 1974. But that single mantra came in very handy. And so the next phase was the effort to continue that work of research and development, beating embargo. And of course, it led to certain delays. The program went through several difficulties. But in the end, country emerged stronger. And we built technologies which were recognized worldwide. The reactors that we built have received Excellence Award on a global scale, the Canadian. And some of our reactors have been adjudged to be the best performing reactors in the world. So that was the second phase. The next phase was to do things which others have not done. For example, fast breeder reactors. For example, several technologies in recycle program. And that gave India a distinction that we are capable of doing things which very few countries in the world can do. The next phase was, of course, the strategic program, which was so important for countries' security. And the last phase, as far as my career goes, was to get rid of that embargo. And I'm very happy that even that has more or less happened. So now that one thing, of course, still remains, and that is, I think mention was made, that there is a big difference between demand and supply. And so, while demand side management is, of course, important, but Indian problem is so grave, as you, Mr. Tyagi, correctly observed, that I think supply side has to be augmented several folds. And I, for one, am convinced that in the context of thrust towards non-fossil energy, if you want sustainable energy, if you want energy which is climate friendly, and if you want energy which is available 24/7, you don't have an answer other than nuclear. And it's my dream that someday I will see country generating lots and lots of nuclear energy. Once again, thank you very much for this honor that you have done to me. Thank you.
ठीक 5 मिनट बाद ये प्रोग्राम ख़त्म हो जाएगा, लेकिन एक अनाउंसमेंट करनी है कि 21 अप्रैल को प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने घोषणा की थी इसी Gfiles से जुड़े हुए संदर्भ में कि जो ब्यूरोक्रेट्स रिटायर हो गए हैं उनके एक्सपीरियंस को लिखना चाहिए और उसको एक किताब के रूप में कन्वर्ट करके लोगों को पूरे देश में बांटना चाहिए। आदरणीय मंत्री जी, वो किताब हम छापने जा रहे हैं। 68 लोगों के मेमोयर हम लोगों ने इकट्ठे किए हैं 8 साल में, और उस किताब का नाम भी हमने प्रधानमंत्री के नाम के आधार पर रखा है, मेमोरी क्लाउड्स। वो नाम भी उन्होंने वहाँ दिया। वो किताब किसी को खरीदनी हो तो उसकी बुकिंग चालू है, क्योंकि Gfiles इतना बड़ा संस्थान नहीं है कि पहले छाप के डंप करके रखे, तो हम उसको क्रमबद्ध तरीके से आने वाले 3-4 महीने में आधुनिक तकनीक की मदद लेकर के उसको बांटेंगे। और मैं मंत्री जी का बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ, सारे गणमान्य अतिथियों का आभारी हूँ, और मैं डॉक्टर सूद जो कि हमारे बिजनेस एडिटर हैं और जिसके बिना ये कारवां जो Gfiles का है वो संभव नहीं हो सकता, उनको बुला रहा हूँ। और इसके बाद सारे अवॉर्डीज़ एक फ़ोटोग्राफ सब माननीय मेहमानों के साथ खिंचवाएंगे, ग्रुप फ़ोटो, ताकि वो अवॉर्डीज़ कुछ चले गए हैं, कुछ है तो उनको बुलाएंगे। डॉक्टर सूद आए।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to deliver a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of the entire team of Gfiles and of my own, extend you all a very hearty vote of thanks for gracing the function. My very special thanks are to Honorable Union Ministers, Shri Narendra Singh Ji Tomar, Shri Suresh Prabhu Ji, who left a bit early due to some engagements, and Captain Abhimanyu Ji, for being with us here today, encourage us and give awards to some of our outstanding civil servants for setting highest standards of governance. We are all inspired by your great words. I am grateful to His Excellency, the High Commissioners of Australia, Cyprus, Bangladesh, and Ambassador of Zimbabwe for sparing time from busy schedule to be with us at this occasion. Our hearty thanks are due to our advertisers and sponsors for their support, without which we would not have been able to organize this event. Finally, I would like to place on record my deep sense of appreciation for the hard work our staff members have put in to ensure that this event becomes memorable. I also thank the management and staff of CSOI and our event managers, Ink Design, for providing the logistics and other support. Thank you very much again. And I now request you all to join us for the dinners in the lawns and the awardees to come to the stage to have a group photograph. Thank you very much.